All right, call to order Myrtle Creek City Council regular council meeting for August 18th, 2026. Roll call, please.
Mayor Luke Dillon.
Here.
Councilor Robert Cheney.
Here.
Councilor Rick Hill.
Here.
Councilor Diana Larson is absent. Councilor Kathy Ragg.
Here.
And Councilor Jamie Mennel. Here.
Please stand for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, no public presentations, no citizens heard on non-agenda items. I got two consent agendas, approval of minutes for regular city council meeting for July 21st, 2026. And acknowledge receipt of payroll and claims report for July 2026.
I'll make a motion to approve consent agenda part 1, approval of the minutes for the city council meeting on July 21st, and consent agenda part 2, acknowledgement and receipt of payroll claims for July 2026. I'll second that.
Any discussion? All in favor, aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carries. The city council will now meet in executive session for the purpose of reviewing and evaluating the employment related performance of the chief executive officer of any public body, is that right, Mark? A public officer, an employee, staff member who does not request an open hearing. The time is now 5:31. The executive session is held pursuant of ORS 192.6602I. Representatives of the news media and designated staff shall be allowed to attend executive session only upon approval of council. All other members of the audience are asked to leave the room. Representatives of the news media, if allowed to stay, are specifically directed not to report on any other deliberations during the executive session, except to state the general subject of the session as previously announced. No decision may be made in the executive session. At the end of the executive session, we will return to open session and welcome the audience back into this room. AKA, we all have to leave.
Yeah, we can go in there if you guys want to be out to eat. Yeah, gross, please. You're not ready. We'll just go at that city hall and hang out there if you guys want to be out to eat.
Well, and I, did I just say that? I don't know. I was like, I don't want to say. Yeah.
Yeah, I can
Thanks for moving into. Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
The city council met in executive session to discuss matters under ORS 192.6620 There were no decisions made by the council in executive session. I am now reconvening the regular meeting of the city council. Time is 5:46.
I'd like to make a motion that we provide the city administrator with a 4% merit raise,
I'll second.
but, and retroactive to, July 1st.
So a second? Any discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
That's good work.
Second. All right, move on to department reports, finance officer report.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. I'd like to submit my written report for financial activities in the record, and I'm willing to answer any questions you may have.
How many more years we have left on this Air Force fund? To 28 years.
Any other questions for Leslie? Police department report.
Good evening, Mayor, Council. I'd like to submit a written report and answer any questions you may have.
When do you reciprocate, when's the balance festival?
It was this last weekend, the one in Sutherland,
No, that's a Blackbird.
the one in
Did
Winston.
you reciprocate Winston and send people down to that?
They don't ask for any help during the Melon Festival, just their graffiti night.
Graffiti night.
Yeah.
Where do we have the sign next to
So they're reaching out to Zach, every time they do a contact, but, I believe the state sent out the contract, right?
Yeah.
Signed it, submitted it back, so, I've spoken to the other departments who received the seismic grant as well, and they haven't heard anything other than what we
I
have.
just was curious when this construction was supposed to start.
Yeah. Me too.
Do we temporary plan for where you're gonna go? Did that ever get finalized?
We have some temporary ideas, possibilities, so when the grant gets submitted out, and I think we come to you guys with, you know, who's put in the bids and stuff like that, 'cause there's gonna be construction companies and there's gonna be project managers, that are gonna different bids. And so from speaking with, one of the companies who actually did the grant for us, they'll basically get with us and kind of go over all that stuff, because there's a certain amount that's gonna be a lot of relocation and moving and stuff like that. So, you know, one of the options is maybe getting one of the temporary like construction trailers or something like that and putting on a city site for a temporary.
Do they make those with like jail cells?
No, but luckily we don't use our jail cells, so, you know, we can transport them.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it'll be tight and difficult compared to, you know, like our daily functions, what we're used to, but I think it's something that will be worth it in the long run, we'll be able to get through. One of the other options possibly is you stay in the building while they're doing the construction, but they said that usually takes twice as long. And so, you know, I think when we meet with the folks who have the experience at doing this, we'll know the best.
If you were to get like a trailer, for example, where would you put it?
Well, one of the locations would be, at the back of the fire department, so they used to have the medical, mobile home back there, so there's already hookups and stuff there. And so I spoke with Manny, and that would be.
Because you're gonna want to place park, you know, the park like the vehicles too at the time.
So that would give us adequate room for vehicles and space to put one of those, so. The other one, I think, maybe
Visitor,
the what?
visitor center.
Yeah, I mean, that would be one location, to use the building or something, but that's, man, that's really small and really tight, so, I just don't know if that would. We'd have to just go down and look at it and see if that would work. Yeah, in parking and stuff like that, so, yeah.
And what about the security fence? Yeah, are we planning to do that after, or is that, I can't remember.
No, that'll be before, so that was budgeted for this budget year, and, I know that Zach's been in talks with Gosling's, because they're doing the building right next door, there's gonna be a fence that they were already gonna put up, so there's some talks, with that, and so, he's gonna be the guy.
Do we have to like go through like the bid process for that or anything and stuff, or?
I think usually we at least get
With all those things, process everything.
So what you're saying, since they're gonna do that, it'd be a shared cost, so it would cost us
there,
the amount of money, or is that an option?
I would agree to split the cost, because they were gonna put a fence across their side of us, so I agreed to split the cost of that fence with them. And then I agreed to split the cost of, they did all that block wall and stuff to raise that up, to make it so that they're working on nice and level, and it makes it look nice. But I guess I should reach out and see what fencers they're using, what fencing company they're using. I wonder if we can get a bid from them to do, you know, they're already here to do and a half. I wonder if we get the rest of it done by that company.
While they're here.
You know, currently we got a bid from Fitzgerald.
Yes.
I think it was 25,000, 30,000. And it's.
Yeah, it was 20 something.
And
And going there, more business wide, and then have to say like, oh, we're gonna get full.
it's under,
Yeah.
under the triangle, you have to.
Yeah. Yeah, I just kind of been waiting for, I know they're really starting to finish up on that project, it looks like over there, and I've just kind of been waiting until they get theirs and ready to go before I kind of start, you know.
And they're already aware that we're planning that for this time, prior to these guys. All right, any other questions for the chief? Fire department report.
Anything else submit the fire reporting is written, I think man is on fire.
Oh, yeah.
Electric vehicles.
Yeah, I'm wondering, but I don't know, I see one every time I go through town and it's not mine. So, you know, and those are just the ones that I know what they are. There's a lot of them out there that I can't remember. So, when's our next meeting, man?
Okay, we'll be in next month, I believe.
The one with Kathy and I. Oh. And Mandy. We're on that.
So you guys, I mean,
You said it,
you said it.
it was supposed to be quarterly.
So when did we have our last one?
Last year when I did it. Have you got one yet this year?
We did one when he first,
Oh.
when we were first.
We need to
there.
have one next month.
Probably, it's about that time. Like
Yeah, that's just,
4
it's up
months.
to you
You
guys.
can just get together, and what me and Kathy used to do is we would just come in half hour early, or meet him, far up, we went to, we just do that.
Okay, well, that's what we need to do, so who coordinates with Manny?
You.
Do I have his number?
I don't know.
I have his number, I'll text him. I'm
Want
here,
to
I'm
give
here.
his number so that I can communicate, because
I'm-
I'm on the fire commission.
I am also on the fire commission right
Okay,
now.
okay,
I will
There we-
coordinate it with him and if, we'll talk after the meeting.
is it just you and I or Kathy?
It's me and you.
Okay. Okay, I thought we were,
It was me and Kathy last year.
okay, now
You two
it's,
this year.
okay.
Public works.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I'd like to submit my report as written. Answer any questions you may have.
You guys plan on paving Pioneer Way or putting some hot patch or something on there? Cause they painted the holes twice.
And the whole.
Yeah.
I guess I haven't been there.
There's orange outlining on the ones that need something.
I will make note of that.
Find out why they're paying them or if they're gonna do something.
I was unaware that it was failing.
Yeah, there's like at least 4 good ones.
Any other discussion or question?
I have a comment on one of the things that for the sign over at Evergreen. The exit sign there, I sure, yeah, waited for that for 6 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, appreciate that.
So what happened to the fountain?
I don't know what happened to it.
It says help repair the fountain and repair the fountain on here.
Oh, it's getting old and some of the plumbing keeps coming.
Oh, okay.
It's just repair, general repair stuff. I think it ended up breaking a pipe just outside the motor.
Granted, that's truck is still be playing.
Yeah, there wasn't anybody taking a bath.
No.
Who did that one? Remember when they had the soaking?
Any other questions for Zach? Moving on, no regular agendas today. City administrator report.
So out at the golf course, we've had a couple tournaments, our first tournaments, the last 2 weekends, and I think we got one more next week. And I think those are all going very well, and the girls are doing a lot of time out there. As staff, we've been talking about this host stack, the stack out there, it's gonna cost so much. And we're wondering if we just try to push for food trucks instead for our first year until we see what's gonna happen.
Food trucks are popular.
Yeah, see how that works, see if we can get a spot out there, the food trucks can come and set up, try that for.
Maybe just pushing the cost on the road or like ignoring it altogether.
I think we're just gonna see what happens. Give it a year. I know there's a lot of requests for food. But then I guess our concern is we spend 20 grand and we fix that stack and we don't know what the stove condition is. We don't know if the deep fryer is any good.
Is that what we finally got a bid on?
Yeah, it was right at $20,000 too. They gotta pull it out of the building and air test it and then wrap it to make it double wall and then put it all back in and weld it in place. And it was $20,000.
I think having food trucks in the meantime is a great solution to
Yeah,
keeping people out there.
yeah.
What do you define meantime?
So we
At
can
least
say.
with a year,
Like, in the meantime, of like, as we're still trying to push forward to get the thing, like, I just curious what you.
Yeah,
What you.
I guess, I would like to see it fixed eventually and a restaurant open within there and not having people like food trucks.
But it's something we can budget for next fiscal year,
Yes,
and then we didn't think it was gonna be, it was gonna cost this much at the end of the last fiscal year and the beginning of this one,
Okay.
and building the golf budget in March and April.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Good solid guess at that.
yeah.
Part of it, if we dump the money into it right now, and we're not gonna get a restaurant in, and we're sitting.
Yeah.
During the 6 months during winter time when it's not being utilized. Do this in the meantime, will be revisited in spring, and if we're gonna get it fixed and try to get somebody in there as a contract restaurateur, is they'll be ready to go spring, early summer, instead of doing it in September.
That way we can see what our gross revenues are gonna look like too.
And in the meantime, maybe we can get costs on other things too, that maybe kind of somebody else would have to do the cost, so they get a really good idea of what's going on.
I think the other thing is, getting more carts because this is going over so well, but we don't wanna do it now and pay their rental fee. Or lease fee on through the winter, so let's get them earmarked that we get the 10 in maybe March, so they can go all year and pay for themselves.
Yeah. Yeah, because if I ordered carts now, they wouldn't have one, it's like 2 months lead time to go put together, and then it's 10 carts, it's not a truckload, so they wouldn't deliver them until they got more people on the west coast that had a cart order to get them out here.
We have 40 brand new carts out there and many days and all 40 are out, plus there's one, some of them sacked for the second time. So there's definitely a need for more on them. Paying for itself, but it wouldn't be wise to do it when it's on.
But you'd be doing like rotating food carts like they did at Looking Glass Brewery or like they did down here.
Yeah, I think maybe if we could get on a cycle or get, I don't know, I have to reach out to those guys and figure out. Sure. Days look like.
I think too shy, that's the same thing.
At least on Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays.
He's trying to be a good word.
Jake has a comment.
Can I make a small suggestion as a golfer? What about like a small hot dog roller or something in there, just so somebody could grab it easy?
We've been working on that. That is,
Okay.
go ahead, Tom.
So the restrictions to have a self-serve hot dog stand are the same as having the restaurant and talk to the people at the health department. It would be all the same things and we would be able to do that.
Why would you self-serve? You have someone working in the clubhouse.
Well, even to have it in there, I'm just saying to have the food right there, you still have to have your off because it's considered a dangerous food because it's heated.
It's unpackaged.
Yes.
It's not toxic, alcohol.
We're, what, I don't know, package, but, 5 day hot dog packages, there's a different story.
I did, it's something, I don't research it, I just asking.
Yeah.
So we will do that. We think that's a great idea.
Yeah, I just think, golfers just want something to grab on the turn or
So-
sit and drink a beer with it or whatever.
Okay, so ordering the jerky or the beef sticks and, you know, they got the vending machine out there, but people want to just come in at the turn and grab 2 jerky sticks or.
Yeah, well, that's a hot, even
Well, that's exactly what I talked about, is if we could, coordinate with somebody here in town that could do 10 sandwiches a day or something like out in the cooler. And
That's a good idea too.
Yeah, sour, it's not hot, so.
Sourdough.
Oh, yeah, that's, yeah, we talked about that, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of these problems are good problems because when we first took this over, we didn't know how it was, we went off the old number and they're 2 to 3 times what we expected.
Yeah,
The use is out there, so we just need to go forward.
I think it's going good. I appreciate it very much, so.
So the last 18 days, the airport's been hell base, I don't know if you guys are.
I saw that they're not crossing the freeway, so where they can.
Well, they can cross the freeway, they just can't cross it with their bucket, so it's, I don't know, I think they're working on the castle fire, so they're having to cross it.
They're camping at, Stelton Falls. So, campground there, the big opening.
The pool heater, I don't have official numbers yet, it's, they deemed it unrepairable. I met with them on Monday, they're working up numbers for replacement. Hopefully I'll bring it up to you guys as soon as we get it. Then we'll have to figure out if you guys want to heat it, and I think if it's a cold pool, or looking to do something different. I don't know.
Is there any other complaints about that, or is it's a really cold boat?
Right now it's like 80, it runs around 80 degrees, just naturally, from just the sun.
That's okay, and you complain about that?
Daily.
Yeah, those are all,
Yeah,
if they're not heated.
yeah,
Isn't that why you have the pool to cool down?
yeah.
Yeah, but that's just too.
The fire hall, the fire system, the fire hall, I developed a leak last week, 2 weeks ago. And we're looking at getting the fire system, I guess, worked on. I don't know what that's gonna entail. I know that a trunk line, they said, is a thinner wall, like a 3 or 4 inch main line that feeds all the sprinkler system inside. And it's not the first pinhole we've had. So I feel like we should probably address it, because every time we get a pinhole, the drywall gets wet, the drywall falls down. Now we have drywall repairs on top of whatever man numbers we got in there to repair it. So I'm working on this to get that fixed. So.
Maybe you said something a while ago about the doors, the doors. Did those get repaired?
I don't know anything about the doors.
The only thing I remember on the doors is he thought they were connected to the fire alarm. That's when we're talking about moving the fire alarm, that there was gonna be, we have to do something different with doors unless there's something else you're thinking of.
I thought there was something else, but I don't
Ask him next-
remember.
next-
Commission meeting.
Right.
And he was talking 6 months ago, wasn't there a leak in the roof that, did we get that taken care
I don't know.
The fire wall had any major maintenance, is that something, since it's been built, is that something we need to consider budgeting for?
Probably, I know that you've been wanting to redo those bathrooms just as a visual upgrade. And now that fire system starting to get small leaks, so we're looking at getting bids to get that, at least that main line replaced. The guy I talked to said that when you get away from the main line, they use schedule 40 steel pipe and it holds up a lot better. And then he also mentioned maybe making it a dry system, so there won't be water sitting in the pipes all the time. Danny said one winter they had freeze and blow out, and all the drywall came down in the bay on top of fire trucks. So there's been other issues or other repairs. I got, if you guys want to lay the dog park, we think we came up with a location down at Evergreen. Over when you first come in on the right, over by the horseshoe pits. Just spot over there along the pits. That we feel might not be a bad spot. It
Should I have along a fence or like a residential fence?
Yeah.
In
That's
between the fence and the horseshoe pits.
well, that'd be in between the road and the horseshoe pits, and then there's the trail that goes over to the tennis court, and,
Oh, yeah, you said, you mean left, you said right.
Yeah.
yeah, so you're right over there.
What's the difference in adding another dog park or enhancing the one that we have, maybe putting up some more, like a shade shelter or something in the one that we already have? So I know one of the things that came up was that people don't clean up after their dogs at the park that we already have, so then we'll have two parks that people aren't cleaning up after their animals, so.
Having trees and grass is a nice,
Yeah.
addition to a dog park.
There's no water accessible at the current dog park?
There is, should be, there was.
We have water on site, it's just we don't have a system or just, we have to install sprinkler system stuff. I don't have to remember what that would cost, it would be a tremendous undertaking to
You can sprinkle system to keep it green.
keep it green, and then the cost of keeping it green. Right now, that spot at the park is already got irrigation, and we would just have to build couple chunks of fence to keep them locked in.
I think it's a great idea. It's not gonna be a big deal to have another option for people to be able to take their dogs there. And so I don't know about people not picking up after their dogs. I don't know if there's signage at the other one,
Not sure,
you know, just a reminder.
yeah, and we could put signs that,
Yeah.
in the back here there,
Be respectful,
you know.
be appreciative.
So you're staying off of it. We talking about having two, or we talking about getting rid of the one and making a new one?
Just talk about having two. Hang a second.
I know we talked about
Moving it.
moving it at one point, because we could have utilized that for other things, for like a kids park or something
The
like
kids
that.
skate park.
What if we just kept two until we decided on?
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I would do in the meantime, for the meantime, but yeah. And then if we need to do something, we'll have that piece and we'll still have a dog park.
So I guess if you guys would like, we can move forward to get bids on doing fencing and,
That's,
I don't know if we need a motion for that or not.
No,
And so, yeah, I'll work on getting bids and on that.
perfect.
there you go.
Oh, the League of Oregon Cities annual conference is in October, the 15th, 16th, and 17th. If you guys are interested in going.
Where,
Sales day room.
I've already let Joanne know I will not be, I'll be in Texas that week, so I'll,
Joanna, I am able to attend by December today, what's your name?
And then we got a small cities management meeting in Yoncall on September 10th. From 11 to 1. If you guys want to know that.
Just let me know on either of those and I will add you to the registration.
what are they having for lunch?
I'll make a phone.
Well, that's Bill Burnett used to do a whole piece on
On the food review.
and the time people took to give their reports.
Any other questions for Zach? All right, we'll, quickly go through mayor and councilor reports. Bob? No. No.
Our local police and fire department will be participating in Challenge of the Heroes on September 17th at Mills Lake Park, I do believe.
I thought there was talk of moving it out to,
They are not, it will be at the park.
so when is that?
I think it starts at 5 on
No, what day?
September 17th, it's a Thursday evening.
Then, if we're gonna have it here again, maybe we need to discuss, but the last time I got brought up the night before, or 2 nights before the meeting, that we're gonna donate the space to them. If we're gonna do something like that, we need to.
Yes, last year, council did decide and voted to,
Wait and see.
waive the fee or did the fee and
We paid.
donation. Yes, council paid for the part.
But it was.
And that was going,
On
that was
the
going to
fee.
the east side, right, for the commission? I mean, we could use the fire.
It was split 64.
Bob, didn't we use our discretionary fund, the city council paid for that? So I'm just saying, if we're gonna do that, we need to maybe have discussions a month ahead of time instead of the night before.
Yeah.
That's what we're gonna do.
We have one more meeting.
Well, this would be a good time. If you wanna,
What's the cost?
it's $125 to rent it for the day.
We need a motion.
Yeah, we would.
I make a motion that we donate the fee for Hillside Park for the,
It's for Mercy Foundation's Challenge of the Heroes.
Challenge of the Heroes.
Coming out of our discretionary fund.
Second.
Any other discussion? All in favor, aye? Opposed, nay?
And I had to abstain from voting on that since that is my employer.
Well, since you're on Laura and well, the main reason I wanted to do it early is we can be, city council can be put down as a sponsor.
Yes.
If we're paying a sponsorship fee.
Yeah.
I know. My conflict of interest at work says otherwise.
Anything else, Annie? Kathy?
I just wanted to, let Zach know that, noticed, thank God, the rose garden looked absolutely fabulous. In addition to the other things going on around the parks, mill site with the sprinklers. I know you guys have been working hard on those. I don't have to worry about my little bush I adopted anymore. This is getting plenty of water. And, also at Maggie Steinbach Park, I noticed the bushes and just the whole area looks really clean and, you know, well maintained right now. So, and also getting feedback a little bit from community and they're starting to notice too. So lots of really good things going on. And I really appreciate it. So thank you.
I will let you guys know.
Thank you.
Diana?
Nothing.
Rick?
No, nothing.
No, don't have any other. Return.
See you all.